Hello, fellow human. John Carey here with Ovanova. Thank you for using Energy Sage. So, I am a solar exploration guide, and we have a team of solar exploration guides. And we know that learning about solar can be a little bit confusing, especially with so many people offering it, with so much different types of equipment, and just really so many varying prices. You could see something $40,000 different for something that looks very similar. So today, I just want to introduce you to the way our service works and why people really love using Ovanova. So first of all, this is a copy of guide slides. We're happy to provide these for you if you see anything in here you'd like to study further. We always begin with how we produce electricity currently, because a lot of people have no idea what makes the lights turn on when we flip the switch. It's kind of crazy that we're setting things on fire in 2022 to boil water, to make steam, to spin a big fan called a turbine, to rotate magnets and copper around each other, to generate an electric current, to send it all the way down these power lines to the places that actually need the electricity. Instead of installing something on our properties that's manufactured just one time, installed just one time, and sits there and produces that same electricity right where we live instead of 150 miles away with a bunch of vulnerable power lines that trees can fall on. So the reason I wanted to introduce you guys is just to say, hey, look, it's 2022. You guys remember all this antiquated electronics? Well, now we've got new stuff. So instead of having all that crazy power plant stuff that is really challenging to own and very expensive and a recurring, always escalating rental payment you can never get rid of, you can actually own solar panels and sunshine is free. So what do I need to know about solar, do you ask? Well, there's a couple things. You need to know, well, do you want to stay connected to the utility company? Is that something you'd like to do? If so, would you like to have battery backup in case the power goes down or in case the utility company decides they don't want to buy your electricity from you anymore, which is happening all across the country? So a lot of people are like, oh, wow, I guess I do want the opportunity to have batteries. So then there's an educational sector you might want to look into deeper called AC coupled batteries and DC coupled batteries. So when you go with a grid tied system, still connected to the grid, plus batteries, you are going to want to make sure you're not using antiquated technology. Anything AC coupled is of the past. You can easily find out if it is AC coupled by asking a simple question that doesn't get too technical, which is, will my solar panels work if the grid goes down? If the answer to that is no, that's old technology. You probably don't want it. So you want something where if you have batteries or if you don't have batteries, if the sun stops shining or if the sun is shining, your house has energy. Okay, that probably makes sense, right? But that's how 95 to 99% of the solar proposals that you're receiving are set up. They're selling you microinverters or some sort of string inverter. So, or an off-grid system. Uncommon, but we're capable and have done all of these. So, just to breeze through here, there's the conversation about net metering. You have a specific agreement with your power company for how they treat extra energy that you send back to them. That's something to understand really clearly. We help people do that. There's the understanding of how your electricity usage curve currently is based on your usage habits, and if your appliances are gas or electric or whatever. That's something to take a look at before making a decision on a solar power plant warranted for 30 years. You know, you want to understand your solar production curve and whether it's going to be enough for you. A lot of people end up getting 50 or 60% of the electricity that they actually need because they didn't take the time to get really clear on what they're actually looking to produce. You might be right around the corner buying an electric vehicle. And wouldn't it be a bummer to go solar and then a month or 3 months from now keep getting an electricity bill for filling up your vehicle when you could have just got a solar system that produced enough for that EV you're about to buy, right? So this is fun. This is what we do. We're respectful of people's time, but we like to make sure that people understand the right types of questions to be asking so they can go out and actually procure the right information rather than just being sold a specific product or a specific service that somebody wants to sell just because it's what's in their warehouse. So either way, we've done fun, beautiful projects. This geodesic dome right here is actually my house. This is our pleasure. We love talking solar with people. It's very, very transparent. So what that means is we'll show you how much we earn from the project if you choose to accept us as your provider. We've actually installed solar panels in over 20 states. By the end of the year, it'll be at least 23 states. This is a bidirectional inverter charger. We've been using Solarc for a few years now, and now we've actually transitioned to Lux Power Tech, but both of which are hybrid bidirectional inverter chargers. All the battery technology we use is lithium iron phosphate. So just if you're looking into that stuff, we teach you, actually, we've got little videos that you can see of how your house actually is attached to. Like, how do you attach those solar panels? This is a 1-minute video. So people love it. The only way we find our customers, aside from Energy Sage, because we love Energy Sage, is through organizations, schools, churches, nonprofits. We're not giving Google and Facebook money for advertising. We're paying, in this case, a band money to have people show up in the Wonder Room, kind of like a Zoom setting, and answer questions and teach them about renewable energy. We think if people just knew that, exactly like the details behind solar, there's no way they wouldn't have it. A lot of folks, after they hear our sessions, they're just like, guys, why isn't solar on every roof in America? And 8 years ago when we started, that question is what led us to creating Ovanova. And our entire process is built with you in mind. We build every single thing that we do. Like, hey, if our moms were to explore solar energy, what would we want it to be like? And we love our moms. So I hope this is useful for you guys. These guide slides we can send your way. There's just so many beautiful things. Like, a lot of people are like, well, I don't have efficient roof plans. Well, this shows you which direction your panels are facing, east, west, north, south, and how efficient they are. So you can be like, oh, it's not that bad. I'll put solar panels on my whole roof. I want to have a power plant, mine cryptocurrency. Anything you want, you can have, and we can help you understand the implications of those choices. So last thing I'll bring up is, most folks don't understand what it means to go solar, zero down, nothing out of pocket, and save money. So last concept, here we go. So you have an electricity bill. Let's say that it's $140 a month, right? And then when you go solar, you're going to have a solar payment if you choose to finance it, zero down, no problem. But guess what happens when you go solar is you produce your own electricity. So that means you don't have to buy it from the power company anymore. So that means that $140 is no longer a bill you have to pay. You just get to exchange that never-ending rental payment, your electricity bill, for your solar payment, which can actually end anytime you want. 5 years, 21 years, 25 years. You get to choose the term. The interest rates are transparent. You can finance it with a home equity line. You can pay cash. But the reality is you are getting rid of a payment and replacing it with another payment, which often, most of the time, is lower, right? So there's tons to explore here, but this is a $90 solar payment versus $127 electricity bill. So you can see they paid nothing up front, and they're saving money every single month. If you can see, that's actually $37 each month in savings. They've installed something on their home that gives them resiliency. They're not just waiting on the utility company. They've added value to their home, like remodeling the kitchen or adding a pool, or it's a feature that stops whoever you buy that house from having to pay a never-ending electricity bill. So I know this is a lot of information, but we're here to help you parse that information. We love humans. We love solar. I look forward to seeing you in the Wonder Room. Happy Friday.